Hello and welcome to coverage of Grand Prix Oklahoma City. I'm Marshall Sutcliffe in the booth with Randy Bueller, and we're ready for round 9 coverage where we have, well, Randy, we've got a win-in in our hands here.
Yeah, when last we left you, Eric Froehlich was playing against a Tron deck that just kept drawing perfect. It was kind of insane.
I was standing behind Eric, and it was like, oh, no way, he just drew that, and then he drew that, and Eric just kept drawing nothing.
I mean, Eric played it great, but
Yeah.
I mean, so did the Tron player, to be
I
fair.
thought so, too.
Tron player played it great, but yeah, it does mean that Eric has found himself #1 ranked player in the world right now. But if he wants to add to that total, if he wants to play day 2, he's got to beat Sam Pardee in what is pretty close to a mirror.
Yeah, and Sam Pardee, of course, one of the better modern players around, professional Magic player out of California. And he is not going to make it easy on Eric if he wants to make it to day 2, because Sam wants to every bit as much.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's not a 75-card mirror, but, I mean, they are both not only twin, but the green-flavored twin that uses Tarmo to beat down. Like, so that's... Wait, is Sam Tarmo twin? No, Sam is just blue-red. That's what's going on.
Sam's just traditional twin.
Yes.
Okay.
Exarch, Snapcaster, Pestermite, Vendilion Click. There is... I mean, there's green mana for an Ancient Grudge, but there are no Tarmogoyfs.
Okay, well, this is a crucial spot early in the game here because Tarmogoyf's sitting at 1-2 with only lands in the graveyard.
Yeah, we'll try to get that Sam Pardee deck name updated for you. He's not, in fact, playing Tarmo Twin. He's playing Blue-Red Twin. Just Twin.
Splinter Twin, yeah. And there it is. The Lightning Bolt actually does get a chance to kill the Tarmogoyf here. That opening does not stay open long.
No.
You know, if there was any other type in there, then it would be too late. But since there was only land, even though the instant does count, it only makes the Tarmogoyf into a 2-3, and down it goes. So that was big time for Sam Pardee because Tarmogoyf's a beater, and it's pretty tough to deal with for the Splinter Twin deck as well.
Sam goes for the old upkeep, I'll tap one of your lands play, but Eric points a remand at it and misses his third land drop. Tarmogoyf died to Lightning Bolt, and there's no third land for Eric
And
Froehlich.
Of course, here's the upkeep again.
Yeah, all
he
he got was remanded.
Yeah, he's going to tap down his Steam Vents, and Eric's going to just accept that. Now, he did draw a land here.
Sure.
Does he have something he can do? No, you got to figure he doesn't, so pass the turn back to Sam Pardee. Sam's just going for it. And there's a Spell Pierce. All right, but Sam figures, hey, it's a 1-for-1.
Yeah.
If he didn't have it, the game would have just ended.
Yeah.
I like that by Sam Pardee. Just goes for it, but
I mean,
it does
fought his way through a remand already. So
yeah, and it does mean though that Eric has a fighting chance here. He just drew a Pestermite for his turn as well. Rather fragile Pestermite, but that's pretty sick tech too. I love that.
the cavern.
Yeah. And here is a Pestermite on end step for Froehlich. He's going to get... Well, looks like he's going to activate his Desolate Lighthouse here. And he's going to let... Well, he's going to let him have it. He knows that he can't get punished because Sam does have a Lightning Bolt in his hand, so he can't get comboed off this turn. But he lets him keep the Pestermite around. And in it comes. Pardee drops down to 16 life. Exarch keeps chipping away here. Eric, again, missing a land drop after playing the Serum Visions. A lot of lands on the side for Sam Pardee, though. God, there's another Pestermite, though, for him. Aggressively keeping Eric off of his necessary mana here. And Eric says, yeah, sure, you did it.
Taps his green mana. They're all blue.
Indeed.
You can take him off green or red. Makes sense.
Eric's going to Lightning Bolt the Pestermite here.
Before the land taps.
That's right. But he actually targeted the breeding pool.
Yeah,
so
yeah. Eric wanted the ability to pay for Spell Pierce.
Right. In it goes. Well, so Pestermite still gets to keep pecking away here. And there's another Serum Visions. Can he find a land? Yeah. Misty Rainforest, go. Keeps activating that lighthouse. Does Sam Pardee. And there's the Serum Visions for him. Eric says, hold on. All right, you may proceed. Lightning Bolt, Remand are the top two cards for Pardee. Looks like he's going to survey the scene here. He's kept one of them, didn't see which one it was. Down to 13 goes Eric Froehlich. Back to you. Eric draws a mountain for the turn. He's going to attack. He's got the combo, but he doesn't want to run his combo into a removal spell. Tap a bunch of mana on his turn. Wow, that lighthouse is doing work. That's a third land that he's discarded to it. Pestermite number 2. Tap down your lighthouse. That basically forces the issue. And there's a lightning bolt on the Pestermite. While the shields were down a bit, you know, Eric's down to 2 mana here.
Sam not going to lose too much sleep over a 1 mana spell getting remanded there.
Right. So that Pestermite dies, but Eric still has one.
And Sam has another lightning bolt, right? Oh, he's got Snapcaster for the lightning bolt. While Eric's now tapped down to 1 mana.
Yeah, needs a spell snare here. Dispel, maybe?
No, he does. Main deck, doesn't
he does. Look at that.
Wow, main deck Dispel.
It looks like that one is going to get remanded, though, so
Crazy.
Pestermite down.
Sam timed that fight great.
Yeah, that worked out really cleanly for Pardee, clearing the board of Eric Froehlich. Now, he is tapped out, so if Eric had, you know, Tarmogoyf for some big threat to commit, he could do it here, but he doesn't have it. He's got a Deceiver Exarch in his hand. It's not good enough. Another Serum Visions for Pardee. Top, bottom. See that Pardee has his one copy of Twisted Image in his hand as well. He's got that in the main. Here's a Deceiver Exarch for Froehlich on end step. And there's that Desolate Lighthouse getting tapped down again. Again, it just forces Sam to either use it now and tap a bunch of mana or to forego it for the turn.
Now Eric has the Dispel that got remanded.
Yes, he's also got Cryptic Command and Splinter Twin in hand, and he drew a land.
Well, he can't really get Cryptic online to defend his twin.
He needs 2 more lands to have Cryptic and Dispel up with his Splinter Twin, so he's pretty far away from that.
But not going to go for it. Twin with Dispel backup, not good enough, Eric has decided. Looks like Sam also has Cryptic, and I think just found a twin. So he can twin.
He's going for it. Splinter Twin, target my Deceiver Exarch. Eric also has a Snapcaster Mage in his hand as well. So he has to kind of sequence out how many times can he defend this.
Right. Sam has just Cryptic Command, if I'm not mistaken.
He's got Twisted Image, Cryptic Command, and another Exarch, I think.
All right, Eric taps 4 for Cryptic. Counters target spell, targeting Splinter Twin, and presumably draw a card as his other mode.
Yeah, and that actually worked. So this time Sam doesn't get away with a 1-for-1. He actually gets 2-for-1 when he goes for his Splinter Twin, though he does still get to keep his Exarch. Interesting little attack here. If Eric were to block, it would open up his Exarch to a Lightning Bolt. But it also, of course, opens Sam's Exarch up to a Lightning Bolt as well, which is kind of interesting exchange there. Now this is though where the Twisted Image works, right?
Yes.
Since the Deceiver Exarch took a damage.
Yes, Twisted Image can kill Deceiver Exarch for blue.
Yeah, for blue, which seems pretty nice here.
Yeah, it does. Cheeky little attack from Sam Pardee.
Yeah, so I guess he kills one of them with that. Tap this for blue. Kill that one. Draw a card.
Yeah, man down.
But the other Exarch is on the battlefield.
It's true.
And Sam Pardee's tapped pretty low here. That Dispel plus
yeah, surely Eric
plus
goes
Twin,
for it
maybe
here.
he just goes for it, yeah.
Yeah, he does.
Boom! All right, well, Sam's going to have a response, but he's going to need more than one response here. Wow, I got to say, when Eric missed that land drop early, I thought, well, this isn't going to end well for him. But he caught right back up. He's only one land off of where Sam's at. And frankly, Sam's the one who flooded.
Yeah, 3 mana for Pestermite.
It's a Pestermite.
Which cannot be dispelled.
And it's going to tap down Deceiver to delay the combo for a turn. This is great stuff.
Now, can Sam combo
Tick-tock.
back?
Yeah, he's got to either kill him, combo back, or
Kill the Exarch.
engage with the Exarch, yeah. Now, if you're in Eric's seat, what you want to see is Sam activate that Desolate Lighthouse. Because then you know he's digging.
That's what he's got in his hand.
He did. Eric's like, do it.
Oh, he's got a Cryptic. Never
does.
mind. 4 mana for Cryptic is a lot better than...
But it's not
3 in a
going to do it
Lighthouse.
here, right? Like, the thing is he can go Cryptic, and then he can
Gets it
Snapcaster
dispelled.
Remand, I think is his line. But then it just gets dispelled again. So I don't think he can actually get Cryptic to resolve here.
Because Eric can cast the Dispel twice.
Yeah, he just casts it. He says, okay, sure, your Remand resolves, and then I'll just dispel it again. Yeah, he's
Therefore,
activating the
Lighthouse.
Lighthouse here. And remember, Sam knows about the Dispel.
Yeah.
Oh, man. These guys are playing for day 2, by the way. The loser of this is going to have to come back in Super Sunday Series in the morning. Or maybe enjoy the sights and sounds of Oklahoma City. Tell you what. Come back and play Magic sounds better than that. As all the prize money, the pro points, all that stuff. And here he goes. Combos off, and that's it. Eric Froehlich takes down game 1. That was a tough one for Pardee. You see him let out a sigh there. Just like,
Yeah, thought he had that one.
I mean, remember, this is also where Sam went for it on turn 4.
Mm-hmm.
Just,
Which
we're
made
doing
sense.
it. Yeah, it made perfect sense. And in fact, went for it twice. All right, let's jump over to our side table where we have Brian Bronduin. He's playing against his friend Jerry Thompson.
Now, these guys both get to play day 2, either way. 7-1 already. So the loser goes in at 7-2 in the scrum. Winner's actually in decent shape. Jerry's deck looks sweet. I see a Jace, Vryn's Prodigy, whose Planeswalker Spark has ignited. I see Tasigur. I see Thopter tokens. I don't understand exactly
What have you
everything
done,
that's going
Jerry
on, but
Thompson?
I like it. Yeah, this is Grixis Control, I guess?
He's playing, I'm assuming those came from a Hangerback Walker, and he's also playing Jace?
He has 2 copies of Pia and Kieran Nalaar in his deck.
What?
He has 2 copies of Pia and Kieran
What
Nalaar in
is
his deck.
happening
Which
here?
words did you not understand,
I
Marshall?
thought that Whirler Rogue, we decided that was the better one.
Thought Scour, Serum Visions, a Twisted Image, 4 Inquisitions. He's got a couple Kolaghan's commands. Yeah, this is Grixis control. Just all 2-for-1s all the time. Or X-for-1s in the case of Tasigur and Jace.
Speaking of Tasigur and Jace, he's got one of each plus a redundant Jace sitting there now. I'm assuming that's Jace. Yeah, there we go.
I don't see any other Origins Planeswalkers.
So both of these players are sitting at 7-1, by the way. So they're going to be into day 2 regardless. So a little less tension for them, but still every win counts down the stretch here. They're not going to want to give anything away late.
BBD's got a fairly traditional, just blue-red twin. None of this messing around with other colors. 3 main deck dispels is kind of the interesting part of the tech.
Legacy players, I'm looking for 3 more players to play an on-demand.
I got to imagine at this point in the game that Brian's in trouble.
It does feel like that, though. This is Splinter Twin. They often, take a lot of time to set these things up.
Granted, and you don't have to go for it till the turn before you die.
Right.
But Jerry's got
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's way
a
ahead
Jace
on
that's
board.
been in play for a while, a Tasigur that's been in play for a while, a new Jace. I mean, is this Brian studying Jerry's graveyard now?
It does kind of feel like that. I mean, he's
Is
looking
this
at his
the,
graveyard
like-
for so long.
Well, it's what am I going to have to play against in game 2 is what. Oh,
Well,
no,
he's
okay,
going
he is
for it.
going for it. But tapping out,
He's tapped out, yeah, so he's just cold going for it against the Grixis deck here.
do you have anything, Jerry Thompson?
I suppose that was a Snapcaster check there.
Hmm.
Does Jerry have anything? This
Surely.
is a Deceiver Exarch.
Surely.
He's got Remand, which will do it. Well, he's got Twisted Image,
Huh.
Drew a
And Lightning
Tasigur,
Bolt.
and Lightning Bolt.
Twisted Image, Lightning Bolt. Flip it into a 4-1, kill it dead.
Still a 2-for-1.
It's more like a 2-for-2 there.
Sure. I mean, he gets a card back off Image.
I'll give you 1.5 for 2.
Take it. Done. How many times can I repeat this process?
Jace
And
sacrifices his life
he's
for a
killing
lightning
him.
bolt.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Just needs one more damage here. He doesn't do it. That is a handful of creatures to deal with for BBD, though. He's got to kill everything outside of Jace. No, he's got to kill everything except for Jace. This is not looking awesome for him. He's got Snapcaster and Lightning Bolt in his hand, is Brian Braun doing. He's going to play a Serum Visions, but that's going to get remanded, and since it was flashed back, it's gone. All right, well, let's jump over to our main table. I'd be shocked if BBD pulled this one out, but we'll let you know in case that happens. Otherwise, it looks like that Jerry T was in the driver's seat in that one, and we're going to get Game 2 underway here in the Splinter Twin Mirror, though they do have different flavors of the archetype.
Couple updates from the back tables, by the way. Craig Wesco is in a win and in, up a game. William Jensen in a win and in against Aaron Davis, and it's Davis who's up a game.
Okay. And Jerry did, in fact, finish off Game 1 there.
Sure.
And now we get to see these two players kind of jockey for position for the early stages. See if they want to go for their infinite combo or just try to kind of grind out the opponent. Again, these guys are playing a win in for day 2. Giving that chance to come back and play tomorrow is a big deal. It opens up the possibility for prize money and pro points that just doesn't exist if you don't make it. Serum Visions. Sam's going to go top and bottom with the unknown cards there from his Serum Visions. Now he's got another one, so we're going to get a chance to look at one of them right away. He's just churning right through his library here. Maybe a rending volley that he got there. Bottom, bottom. Land, go. Back over to you, Eric. Eric had mana problems in game 1, but managed to pull it out. After he kind of equalized, he finally started hitting lands. In the meantime, Sam Pardee had a Desolate Lighthouse, but it was discarding land, so he was drawing too many. And here we go. The first move is made by Eric Froehlich, who's on the draw this game, so he's down a mana, but he's going to run out Deceiver Exarch and tap down a Steam Vents here. Interesting. So Sam Pardee, in response, is going to tap it for mana, tap 2 other lands, play his own Deceiver Exarch, and then untap the one that got tapped. And there's a Tarmogoyf.
Tarmogoyf not yet big enough to attack through Sam's Deceiver Exarch.
It's just a 2-3, right? Oh, we'll get the Tarmographic up. There's no doubt about that. Oh, no. Looks like Roast is going to make that a moot point here before we even got to get it on the screen.
Too slow.
Yeah, Roast doing a nice job there. Trade 2 mana for 2 mana for a pretty tough to kill threat in this matchup, and got to be happy about that. All right, another Steam Vents here for Froehlich. Wow, Keranos, God of Storms right off the top for him here. He's got the land to play it too.
Yeah, but you don't want to tap out while your opponent has Deceiver Exarch.
Yeah, he can just remand or even just say, sure, you got it.
Yeah, whatever,
kill you.
untap, kill you.
Yeah. Yeah, he's just going to have to say go here.
I mean, both players getting those Exarchs down essentially paralyzes the opponent. Sam does, in fact, have the twin in his hand.
He drew it. You might have put it there with the Serum Visions or something, but he drew it that turn. Yeah, I mean, I think that Eric should assume that he has it, just based on the fact that he's resolved 3 Serum Visions. And Eric's content to just play lands and ship the turn back to Sam. Sam's going to go for Twisted Image now, though, on Deceiver Exarch. This is on end step. And he draws a Lightning Bolt. Bzz. So he's going to try to kill the 1-4 or the 4-1 now, and it works. You can see that Sam Pardee has fallen behind on lands, which is going to start hurting him the further this game goes. But keeping that threat of being able to be comboed off there is really nice for Pardee. He also gets to start chipping away for damage, which can add up over time, though. The 1 power's not big block. Twisted Image really nice against Spellskite as well. One of the cleanest answers. I mean, it's kind of a dream answer for these twin decks. Like they just have such a hard time with that card. It gets so annoying, and now they have a blue answer that draws them a card and kills it for 1 at instant speed. It's like, it's kind of dreamy. You also see that card kill, occasionally kill a Birds of Paradise or a Noble Hierarch.
Once again, Eric goes for Remand on the flashback spell.
Yep. This is the best way to get value from your Remand for sure. Is you're effectively countering a spell and drawing a card, and they don't get it back in their hand. So that's a big one. Those little edges add up fast. Speaking of little edges, attack for 3.
It's a
Now
lot
this-
more than attack for 1.
This is a real clock. Now Eric has to respect this and do something about it. And here is Jace.
Hmm.
This is such a sweet card in this matchup just because the basically shuts off the combo if you're going to use a Deceiver Exarch for it. And that's the one that you usually do combo off with in the matchup, just because it can't be lightning bolted on its own. And it looks like we're going to have a Remand fight here. Not sure if Remand is targeting Jace or Remand, but guess I would assume Jace, since Eric does have another mana available, or another 2 mana available as well. He's got his own other copy of Remand. You can see 3 Remands on the stack here, Randy. You've got to be happy about that.
Good times.
There we go. Yeah, he's got it. Target your Remand. So that goes back, draw a card. That thing goes back. Eric draws another card. So that worked out well for Eric. He got to draw 2 cards and keep Sam off of his big threat. But Pardee still has the Jace in his hand.
Yeah, remanding your own spells is nice. Stopping the other guy from remanding his own spells, even better. Huey has sent things to game 3. William Jensen on back table wins game 2.
Is this Keranos?
Might be time. Now you can Keranos with 4 mana untapped.
Yeah.
I think it's time.
He's also got a Tarmogoyf in his hand, so he's got more threats. Keranos just means that the longer the game goes, the better off Eric is now, though. Got that 4 mana up. And here we go. Sam Pardee was picking a fight last turn, and he got 2 Remands out of hand for Eric Froehlich. And there it is, Spell Snare, and that means that Sam wins. He set that up nicely.
He really did. And Keranos meant he kind of had to go for it, even if he wasn't confident he'd plowed a path through. But picking the fight on the previous turn, I think he felt he'd probably plowed a path through Eric's defenses.
And he got 2 Remands out of hand for Eric. Now, Eric did get to draw cards off them, but meant he could take that fight to him, and it worked.
Oh, geez. Kulagan's command just killed Jace and returned Jace.
Oh, no.
Kill your Jace, return mine from my graveyard.
Wow.
That was a Kulagan's
That's not
command.
how that's supposed to work.
I
I've
don't
read
know.
Kulagan's command. It doesn't say anything about planeswalkers.
Kill your Jace,
So
regrow
good.
mine. Oh, and Dispel to defend it with.
Jeez, and he's already got the requisite number of cards in yard, too, so all he has to do is untap with the thing, and he can flip it. Wow. This deck is sweet.
Agree. The deck is sweet.
All right, what do you got, BBD? Got a snappy. Is he going to roast Jace? Wow.
Yes.
Exactly what he's going to do. Sorcery Speed Roast says you can't dispel this. And Jace down.
Jerry has another
It's going
Kulagan's
to happen
command.
again, isn't it?
Kill your Snapcaster, regrow my Jace. Very similar.
Goodness sakes. Here he goes again.
Effectively just undoes the Snapcaster here.
Right, which is very difficult to do. Oh, that's going to get remanded, though. So BBD is going to stay slightly ahead of Jerry here as he gets a big tempo swing there from his remand. But he is completely tapped out, so Jerry Thompson's going to have free reign this turn to resolve whatever he'd like.
Let's run back to Kulagan's command. Oh, we did it with discard. Did not kill the Snapcaster, but made BBD discard. Got a Blood Moon for his trouble.
Blood Moon out of the deal, huh?
Well, he had Basic Island, Basic Island, Basic Swamp, so the Blood Moon's not doing a whole lot for Brian.
top bottom there for BBD off of the Serum Visions. Rumble with the Snapcaster Mage, drop Jerry down to 12. See, he's got a Cryptic Command in his hand there. Oh, he's going to use it right now. Wow. Just aggressively keeping Jerry Thompson off of Jace. Telepath Unbound. Serum Visions. I've seen a lot of those cast today already, Randy. I mean, it's a popular card, but. All right, well, why don't we jump back over and get the exciting Game 3 conclusion of Sam Pardee versus Eric Froehlich as they're just underway here.
Part of the reason we've seen so many Serum Visions is we've seen a lot of twin decks,
Mm-hmm.
and we've seen a lot of sort of control-ish decks. You know what that sets the field up for? Paul Rietzel.
With his fish deck?
Paul Rietzel was 8-0 coming into this round. I haven't heard a result for round 9 for him, but I will not be at all surprised. We saw him in turn 5 just slaughtering twin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Merfolk was a pretty good call this weekend, and Paul could be sitting on top of this GP overnight.
What else is new?
Look, Paul playing Merfolk is new.
That part's new, but him sitting on top, I don't care what deck you give him.
Harbinger of the Tides is new.
Yeah,
That is the tech.
I like that card.
I mean, it's both a good tempo play and a good play with Master of the Waves, and randomly hoses the Splinter Twin combo. Maybe not randomly, but.
All right, so these two gentlemen are well underway here, though not a lot of action thus far. There's another Serum Visions. Well, it's going to get remanded, though. Very aggressive from Sam Pardee here. He's not having any of it.
Well, he clearly wants to cycle.
Yeah, and Eric's actually considering dispelling it.
I mean, look, Sam played a Lighthouse as a second land, and he's remanding a Serum Visions that he can see Eric has the ability to just replay. Sam clearly needs to cantrip here.
Yet there's a land in his hand, though it is a Cavern of Souls.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what? Eric says that's fine. Have your way. Now he can go Forest Tarmogoyf here. No, he's just going to stick with the Serum Visions plan here. And this makes sense. It gets a sorcery in the graveyard. It means that his Tarmogoyf doesn't get bolted down the line here. And he's still hitting his land drops. Ooh, he can play an island and have Spell Snare up here as well. Back to you, Sam Pardee. I'll play a Tarn. Immediately crack that. Serum Visions for Pardee. So they're just kind of doing the setup thing, playing a Serum Visions. Making sure their land drops hit. Looking for an opening. And Sam's going to pass the turn back. All right, here comes Tarmogoyf now for Eric Froehlich. It's going to get remanded here. But now Dispel is going to take care of remand. Make sure that Sam doesn't get that card and get the Tarmogoyf on the battlefield. There's Cavern of Souls. And there's Jace. Negate off the top. Oh, Tarmographic, where art thou? You know, when the Tarmographic's gone for a while, I kind of miss it. I just.
Player John Seppel. Player John Seppel, please make your way to
There
the
he
gallery
is.
points.
Hey, buddy. Welcome back. Snapcaster Mage is going to flash back Serum Visions. Don't tease me. I think there's a Rending Volley in hand for Eric. So it's only going to be 2 damage here that's actually going to hit Jace. Jace is going to trigger. Tarmogoyf's to 3/4. So 2 damage. And Sam looks like he's going to cash it in here, so 3 cards. Whoa! Double Snapcaster Mage Rending Volley. Goodness sakes. Take any 2 of those. Going to main phase a Deceiver Exarch. That makes sure that it resolves, and it also lets him untap a land so that he can now roast the Tarmogoyf. Down to just 1 mana is Eric Froehlich, and that means that negate is just stuck in his hand here. He does, though, have a Spell Snare, and he's going to use it here. Tarmogoyf still a 3/4 land instant sorcery, it looks like. There's that land drop for Eric.
Couple winning in updates starting to trickle in. Owen Turtenwald won his winning in.
Okay.
He's on track to go 11-4. Exactly on pace, in fact. Sam Black, however, lost his winning in with Amulet.
Wow.
Yeah, Sam 6-3 and out. Pascal Maynard also 6-3 and out.
We've got William Huey Jensen in the feature match area playing his game 3 right now. Rending Volley, attack you, attack that thing, kill that. All right, well, that was a great turn for Eric Froehlich. He really kind of turned things around.
Yeah.
And after the dust settled, he's left with Tarmogoyf and Snapcaster Mage versus just 4 lands for Sam Pardee.
Brian Braun to win 1 second game against Jerry, by the way.
Okay, so they're going to game 3
They
as
are
well.
going to game 3.
We will jump over there if this match finishes before. All right, looks like the Tarmogoyf has grown, though. Now we've got a creature and a planeswalker in the graveyard, so I think he's up to 5/6 now. Tarmographic. It's the end of a long day for Tarmographic, so sometimes it takes a minute. Come on, Tarmographic, you can do it. You did it. Bottom for Sam Pardee off of that Serum Visions and the Snapcaster Mage. Pass the turn back. Thragtusk in hand for Eric Froehlich. What do you make of that, Randy? Just going big?
Yeah, he wants to be able to play the tempo strategy. It's looking pretty effective here.
Yeah, it is. This is what you get from the Tarmo Twin side of things, is that you get the ability to beat down. This is a big play. He's just going to stone tap out for Thragtusk here. Only 2 mana up for Sam Pardee, so he can't really get too punished here.
Right. If there was 3 mana untapped, I don't think Eric would do this. He'd be worried about, end step Exarch, untap Twin you. But with 2 mana up, sure. Put on a 1 mana to create a 1-turn clock.
There's a Keranos for Pardee, but he's not going to tap out here. On upkeep, he's going to Lightning Bolt Thragtusk. He kind of has to.
Yeah.
That's lethal damage right there. If Eric gets to turn both of those creatures sideways and they connect, that's it. Eric's on to day 2, and Sam Pardee would have to settle for, well, for him, by all means, a mediocre day 1. All right, so he's going to let the Bolt resolve here, and that is going to give Eric, of course, the Beast token now. Yeah, it's just one more turn away. Is Tarmogoyf. Geez, Sam goes down to 3 as well. He's not playing around Bolt. Might as well make it 1. He's going to get rid of Keranos here. He knows that that's not what he needs to get out of this mess. Deceiver Exarch wouldn't be terrible. Tap down a Tarmogoyf and block the Beast. This is going to be an upkeep Cryptic command. That should draw out the... Oh, it's a Dispel. And Eric Froehlich wins 2-1 over Sam Pardee. It's going to be a disappointing day for Sam. You can see that there.
Yep.
Eric's going to squeak into day 2 at 7-2 and have a lot of work to do tomorrow if he's going to top 8 this thing. It's always a tough one on that last match of the day, you know.
Yeah.
Where one person doesn't get to come back. You can see neither player looks particularly chatty after. It was a pretty tough match for both of them. Let's take a look at Brian Bronduin and Jerry T. T is for Thompson, both at one game apiece here, and they're not fighting for day 2. Randy, these guys are in. They're both at 7-1.
One guy who was fighting for day 2 this round, your newest world champion, Seth Banfield. Now 7-2 through to day 2.
Okay.
He has already lost more matches this weekend than he did in the entirety of the World Championship.
Whoa, is that Stone Rain? Or Molten
Rain?
Oh my God.
2 Molten Rains in from the sideboard.
That is not nice, Jerry Thompson.
Why would you want your opponent to have blue mana?
Wow, and now he gets to slam Glenalendra Archmage here and just kind of stare at Brian Bronduin like, do something. Jeez, that's nasty. Jerry Thompson does not play nice. What do you think the chances that Molten Rain gets snapcastered at some point are? All right, there's Inquisition of Kozilek here for Jerry Thompson. He's going to take a look at what Brian Bronduin's working with. And you can just sort of feel it cinching closer, right? Like, hit one of your lands. And there's a Rending Volley to take out half of what is Glenalendra Archmage here.
PBD's got the combo. Right?
No, he needs a creature.
He's missing a creature. My bad.
Yeah, he's got a lot of ways to protect it. And it looks like Jerry's going to try to keep him from finding that creature. He's going to take the Serum Visions. And there it is. Creeping Tar Pit beatdown. You got to love this. Shields are down now for Jerry Thompson. Like you said, he can't really get super punished here, but... Here he goes again. This time it's for 4. That's down to 8 for Brian Bronduin. He does find a land here, but this thing's going to be over in a couple of turns.
At the beginning of the day, if you told me our last feature match would involve Creeping Tar Pit and Glenolendra Archmage attacking for the win
After a Molten Rain?
after Molten Rain, I would not have believed you.
I wouldn't either, but I'm actually kind of, I like this. Like,
No, if you
this
told
is
me
what I like about Modern. You get to play the old cards that you liked when they were in Standard, and like I loved Creeping Tar Pit when it was in Standard.
absolutely. Now, if you told me no, that definitely
That's it.
happened, ask me and ask me who was the guy that pulled it off, I might pick Jerry Thompson.
Agreed. All right, now that you see some smiles there,
Crazy.
you know, Brian Bronduin can't be thrilled with the way that thing ended. That's not a fun way to lose.
No.
But they're also good friends, and Jerry with a little quip at the end there and gets a smile out of BVD. Now, the good news is, again, for BVD fans, is that Brian is still into day 2 at 7-2.
Yep.
Jerry's in at 8-1. That's going to do it for round 9 here from Oklahoma City.